Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is your man Roy coming at you with another Marvel Contest of Champions video. And today we're ranking it up a little bit more than the previous videos still, where we take a look at Act 5, Chapter 2, Quest number 5. So let's get fired straight into this and let's see what we're up against. So Act 5 is also, Quest number 5 is one before the Collector, and it features the Bane node, which is the bane of a lot of people's existence. So whichever champion lands the first hit will place a curse on the opposing champion, which deals 2.5% of their current health as direct damage per second. So the higher health pool that there is, the more damage that's going to do when Bane is on you. Then whenever a champion with a curse strikes at other opponent, or if the curse has been on the same champion for 10 seconds, it passes to the other champion. So Bane's all about watching the timer, watching your attacks, looking at special attack animation length, parries, combos, all of the rest of it to make sure that we're striking into the opponent at the point where that timer resets on the enemy. We still have the role reversal, same as all of 5.2, so class relationships in the nodes are reversed. But apart from that, there's not really all that much to worry about. So the path that we're going to take today is also the Moon Knight, because that's the first one. And we're going to come across to transport number 2, and then we're going to come down to B. So we're going to have Psylocke, Civil Warrior, Iron Fist, Archangel and Captain America. Not too much to worry about in terms of those fights. And then it's going to come up to Black Panther Civil War. He can be a little bit annoying, we just need to make sure not stun him when he's got an armour up buff. So again, if we do have any champions that apply consistent armour breaks, then that would be ideal to bring in. And then we have Ronan and Thor, which again aren't too bad to deal with. King Groot, again, it can be a bit of a pain to fight just because when he's got the Furies on him, he will shrug off a debuff. So again, we just need to play that cautiously, watch that Bane timer, watch for the shrugging off of the parry stun that we're going to go for. But really after that, it's baiting out the SP1, and we shouldn't have too much of an issue after that. And then from there, we're going to come down and obviously port to A, because why fight She-Hulk if we don't have to? And that's then going to give us Hood to fight, and then into Daredevil Netflix, or Hell's Kitchen one that we now reference. Now, since his buff, he is just that little bit more annoying to fight. And we're going to take off the 2 nodes that are assigned to King Groot and Captain America. So we're going to take off the armour resistance, evasion, auto block, ignorance for him, which is a good one. And we're also going to take off Ragnarok. So that's going to leave us on Daredevil with mirror image. So every 7 seconds he automatically mirrors cruelty, precision, resistance, fury, armour up and regeneration buff for 8 seconds. So we want to try and avoid certainly anyone that's got regeneration, because that's then going to give him regeneration as well. The rest of the buffs aren't too bad to deal with. It can just make the fight that little bit longer. All buffs lasting 20% longer. Special attack damage raised by 10% for every 10 seconds it passes. He builds up a physical and energy resistance every 8 seconds. Abilities trigger 20% more often. Reverses effects all healing abilities. So if that one is in play, then if we gain a regeneration buff, it's going to reverse it, but so is it on Daredevil, but we don't want to go down that route. An arc overload. So at the start of the fight, and every 20 seconds, they gain a regeneration buff. So it is a little bit annoying to fight, and since his buff, he's also got the ability to shrug off non-damaging debuffs just that little bit quicker. So again, we just need to watch if we're going in for the parry stun. So the team that we're going to use for this is Star-Lord, She-Hulk, Symbiote Spider-Man, Scarlet Witch and Red Hawk. If you've seen any of the previous 5.2 videos, we've used these champions at various points within those. But we are also at this stage, we're going to apply a lesser attack boost for 10%, and we're going to also activate a champion boost as well. We have them to use, and because the fights start to ramp up at this stage, this would be the point that we want to start using these boosts. So I'm going to use a 20%. We do have 30% there, but 20% should get us through this. So let's go in, and remember we've got node reversals, so class advantages have reversed, and She-Hulk's a really good one for Moon Knight to get that slow on the opponent just so he doesn't have any chance to evade at all. And again, it's just watching that Bane timer. There we go, so we didn't lose too much health, which is good. We've evaded that. And we've managed to time the stun there, so we're going to pass the Bane across directly to him, which is great. Good, we managed to get it timed very well again. So there is a lot going on when you're fighting anyone that's got the Bane node on them. So you just need to be a bit more careful and observant when we're going through these fights. Let's She-Hulk down, not too... that's Moon Knight down, sorry. Not too much to worry about there. So we're going to see if we can get through this without using any revives or potions. But again, if we need to, we will, because that's what you might need to do when you're playing through. There's a Psylocke. I think we're going to bring in some Symbiote Spider-Man for this one. Hopefully she'll fight a little bit more aggressive. There we go. So it just didn't quite time it perfectly, but the SP1 allows us to transfer Bane back to him. Should get this one just perfect. There we go. Launch that for me, thank you. And Psylocke's down. So you will take damage. It's virtually impossible to do this run without taking any form of damage. Because of being, you know, some of the AI will act very, very defensively, and you need to wait until you can get a stun in order to do the damage that we want to deal. So it is just to be cautious of that when we're playing through, but you will get to the end eventually, but sometimes you might just need to use a couple of potions just to top up slightly. And Civil Warrior can be a little bit of pain. But we managed to get the timing on the stun there, just to allow that to be transferred back. Right, launch a special, you know you want to. So we have to stun and just one hit to transfer the Bane back. Can't do a full combo or he's going to power up too much. Come on, lad. So we're going to just do a wee light attack there, just so we don't push him too far. Oh no! He's acting very, very defensively. And he's got that special 3 up now, so I'm just going to push as much as we can. Do as much damage as we can. He's still not launching it. I'm not complaining. Yeah, we're dead now. Again, it's just the luck of the draw with the AI that you get. Some of them just do not want to throw those special attacks, and I think they've done it in such a way with the AI that, especially on Bane nodes, that the enemy does act very, very defensively. just to make our lives just that much more awkward and difficult, because it is Kabam after all. But Star-Lord does the job pretty well. Again, he's really good because the more combo you get up, the more damage he deals, so he can be really useful to do that high damage, especially later in the game if you can keep the combo up. The degen damage from Rage, from the Bane node, sorry, isn't going to affect his combo in any way. And I'm sure I used Star-Lord quite a bit when I was playing through this quest as well, just because of the high amount of damage we could do, and because of the kind of animations. And it's just a card I've always used. I've had Star-Lord in my roster for so long. I know how to play him really well. I know his animations. I know what he can and can't do. He's just a really good champion to have, in my opinion. Yeah, even at 4-star, you can see the damage that we're pulling out of this. It does postpone, by the way. Yeah. It's the PI seems a little bit low, but there we go. Right, so Archangel, so maybe a Scarlet Witch I think this time, just to mix it up a little bit. Again, Archangel can be quite a defensive character as well. So it's just something you have to watch when fighting him. Timed that very nicely, there we go. I thought we were done there. Right, come on. I'm going to have to go for it. This AI's not really wanting to use any form of special attack, are they? 4%. Can you notice I held off me? I might still survive this. Or not. Let's bring Symbiote Spider-Man in to finish this guy off at 4%. There we go. So it does happen, guys. There isn't really much we can do about it. We just got to accept the fact that that's what's going to happen and move on with our lives and get on through the quest. So let's do a bit of Star-Lord again, I think, for Cap. Oh, missed him the party there. Come on. Oh, I hate this game, man. Should just time it nicely for the transfer there. Again, similar timing. Done really well there to get that timing. Really not wanting to use any special attacks, are they? Not when we want them to, anyway. There we go. So we took a little bit more damage off the degen there from Star-Lord when we got hit by Cap. Right, so I think we're going to go Symbiote Spider-Man. Again, Black Panther is probably the one of the more annoying champions on this path. Not only have we got the Bane timer to watch out for as well, but we need to watch to make sure that when we go in for a stun, he hasn't got any armour up buffs. So Spider-Man's special 1 here is really useful because it's got quite a long animation time. So there's a lot of hits across a good length of time. So if you're kind of getting close to that point and we can bait out either a heavy or a special attack. It just allows us to more easily facilitate the transfer across back for the Bane. So in this one, we hopefully got it there. We got it transferred, I think, but again, Spidey's SP2 is just crazy damage level, so that was a really good fight. Cyclops. Cyclops for being one of the worst champions to have in the game yourself. He can be so problematic to fight. I don't know quite how that works, but defensively he can just be really annoying. Again, he's acting very defensively. Now, if you're not good at evading the special one, take the block damage, because if that thing hits you, you will know about it. There we go, we got the transfer across as well. We do have a Cyclops video up on the channel as well if you want to go and have a look. I think it was maybe the red suit Cyclops we put up. Oh, that was crap. that was mince. We're really not doing well in this showcase, are we? Right, come on, Spider-Man. My dependable, all-round good guy Spider-Man can do this, man. So we're going to go in for a special one. We might even finish this guy off. Yes, well done. Spider-Man Symbiote is a beast, guys. Bear in mind, this is a 5-star rank 3 Spider-Man, and he's absolute tearing it up. Rank 3 5 stars are on a par just about for a maxed out 4-star. They're slightly better, but they also do cost more in the way of resources to rank up. So if all you've got is 4 stars, we got clip, man. If all you've got is 4 stars, then I would say it's much more useful for your resources to rank up the 4 stars, because as you can see, we've used 4 stars in most of the Act 5.2 videos so far. And they definitely do the trick. And we might just be able to close this out with Spider-Man again. And we've got that transfer across, and he's down. That was a bit touch and go there, was it not? So 3 enemies left before we get to the boss. We're going to have to use a revive, I think. I don't know if we'll be lucky enough to get through the rest of this without much or 0 damage. I don't think we'll be just that good. But again, a good timing in the transition. Again, if we can get him to bait out the special or stun, perfect. Star-Lord's doing the work in this one, guys. Well, there we go. That's how you take down a baned Thor. So now we come on to King Groot, and this is where we really need to start being careful, because the parries, while he has Furies, is not going to have as much weight behind it, because he's going to shrug it off. So you'll see it when we go in. So we're going to stun him, but he's going to shrug it off pretty quickly. So you kind of just need to wait until they expire, and then you can go in and start dealing some damage. So while the regen is active, you can stun him. Good job for us. But we want to bait out the special 1 ideally. Special 2 can be just taking his block damage. There's not much going on, but yeah, we got clapped. Oh, he's just annoying, man. Just because we have that Bane timer as well. And if we can get the Furies off within that time. Yeah, we tried to go for the intercept and massively failed. So we're going to take Star-Lord back up. So we're going to use a 40%. Hopefully we get a little bit better on this run. No! Oh man. So yeah, mistakes are made. So let's use a revive and let's get him a couple of potions in there. Again, this is what happens, guys, you know, in any one of these paths, you know, it can just take a stroke of luck or trying to rush something and it comes back to haunt us. Took a little bit of damage there, but not much. Again, with Star-Lord, really the key is to keep the combo up. You know, we can take a little bit of damage, but we need to keep that combo up, just because that's where we get the majority of our damage from, which allows us to get through the fight just that little bit easier. So we baited out the heavy there, which is good. We've got time for those Furies to disappear. And we should be able to close out this. There we go. So that was a much better run. Sometimes you're just better off taking the block damage, baiting out that heavy attack, and then going in rather than trying to bait for the Furies to time out. So we're going to go to path A, so we're not going to take on She-Hulk. Let's use a couple of these 5 energy refills. Which should then give us enough energy to get to the boss. So again, Hood, there's nothing special to write home about, just attacking in, baiting out that special 1, don't let him get to the special 2, and watch that Bane timer. Didn't get the parry there, it's just about got clipped again. So we took a little bit of degen damage there just because of the timing on his special 1. Should be okay this time. Yes, there we go. Doing SP2 just to power drain him. Okay, just timing the stun there, knowing how long it's going to take to do a combo. Okay, that works in really well. This Hood is playing ball, guys. There we go, down and out. So now that's us at Netflix Daredevil, as he was called. And I said he is just a bit more problematic. If we have a look at his abilities. So he's always going to really be in Murdoch Boy if his combo meter is 15 or lower, because ideally we don't want to let him get any combo up. So when inflicted with a non-damaging debuff, each of the non-damaging debuff is purified after 0.5 seconds. And at each time this ability triggers, he gains 5 combo meter. So he is going to get up later on. It's going to give him increased critical rating, increased attack rating for any non-damaging debuff on him. But when struck, 1 combo meter is lost. So we can kind of control that slightly, but there's a lot going on. So really watch when you're doing the parry, because he will nullify it. And he's got arc overload as well, which just, yeah, there we go, see. So I think for this one we're going to bring in Red Hawk, just so that we can try and do a little bit more energy damage, and we're going to have that class advantage just because of the node reversal. So again, quite often it's better to just take the block damage and bait out the heavy attack. But again, I would encourage you to find a dual partner, because his animations are much different and longer than what he used to be since his buff, which again makes Bane just a little bit more annoying because you can have to wait out the whole attack. But we've done pretty well on this one so far, actually. I'm going to take a little bit of degen damage just while we wait out that animation. Nice. So we'll get the intercept there, and then we'll launch a special 1 to activate the timer, and we do massive damage off that special. That was brilliant. No, he's clipped us. I can't believe it. We've done so well. We've done so well to get that far. That was a really, really good run by Red Hawk there. So we're going to take him up just by 20%. That should hopefully give us as much health as we need. Taking the block damage, we've got the energy damage coming in off of that. Just to finish this guy off, there we go. So yeah, Netflix Daredevil is just that little bit more annoying to deal with. We've got the arc overload. You know, we've got the shrugging off of the parry stun that you've got to be aware of. You've got the Bane timer to be aware of. There is an awful lot going on in this quest, but we used a couple of revives there. But you know, I think it was about 120 units worth of stuff there that we used. If we've been playing Arena, we've been grinding up, we've been opening crystals, we've been getting rewards from quests and such like. We should have those units there. We've been farming potions, keeping a stock of them. Take each of these quests one at a time, because they are difficult at the stage that you're at. You know, going for uncollected is not an easy push, depending on what your roster is. But it just shows that even with 4 and low level 5 stars, that it can be done. So the next video, guys, is the collector video. So once that goes up, please give that a watch. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It would be much appreciated. Hit the subscribe and notify so you know when the future videos are going up. And if you have any comments about this or any other video, then please drop a note below. What champions have you found useful? What else do you want to see in the channel? I always try and get back to every single comment that's posted on there. So leave a note, drop a like, hit the subscribe. And until next time, guys, take care, all the best, and we'll catch you soon.